The execution gap. In the last video, we talked about the arbitrage, the free money on the table. But here is the cold shower. Securing a Class MA opportunity is not just about buying the building. It is about passing the prior approval process. Most amateur developers think prior approval is a rubber stamp. They think it's permitted development, they can't say no. They are wrong. Local authorities can and do refuse Class MA applications on 5 specific technical grounds. If you miss one, your deal is dead. Today we are going to do a forensic autopsy on a failed Class MA application so you don't make the same mistake. Condition number 1. Transport and highways impacts. You might think converting an office to flats reduces traffic. After all, 50 office workers drive more than 10 residents, right? Not always. Councils will argue that residential use creates permanent parking demand, whereas office use is transient. If your building doesn't have dedicated off-street parking and the local streets are stressed, they can refuse you. We solve this with a parking stress survey. You need data to prove your impact is negligible. Without that report, you are guessing. And guessing gets you refused. Condition number 2. Contamination. Class MA applies to Class E buildings. That includes light industrial, workshops, and clinics. If your building was used as a printer, a dry cleaner, or a garage in the 1980s, the ground might be contaminated. Planning officers will demand a Phase 1 desk study. If that study flags a risk, you need a Phase 2 intrusive survey. That means drilling boreholes. If you find contamination, your remediation costs could wipe out your entire profit margin before you lay a single brick. Check the history before you exchange. Condition number 3. Flood risk. This is binary. If your building is in flood zone 3 and you cannot prove it's safe for residential use, you will be refused. Residential is classified as more vulnerable than commercial use. You can't put ground floor flats in a high-risk flood zone without a very expensive flood risk assessment and mitigation strategy. Often, the answer is simple. Keep the ground floor commercial and only convert the upper floors. But that changes your GDV. Does the deal still stack? Before we continue, quick apology for the interruption. But this is important. I use a tool called the Development Office Simulator to model every deal before I make an offer. It keeps me from overpaying. And it's the exact same model we teach inside the Academy, complete with full training. I've added a special download link below so you can grab it and start using it yourself. Alright, back to the video. Condition number 4. Noise. You are putting people to sleep in a building designed for work. If your building is next to a factory, a nightclub, or a busy A road, the council can refuse you on noise impacts from commercial premises. You need a BS4142 noise assessment. This isn't just a tick box. If the noise levels are too high, you might need triple glazing and mechanical ventilation. That costs £15,000 per unit instead of £5,000. Suddenly, your construction budget is blown. If this specific lesson on why most Class MA conversions fail, the prior approval checklist was useful to you, hit the like button. It tells me to teach more of this technical detail in future videos. Condition number 5. Adequate natural light. We touched on this in the last video, but here is the technical standard. Every habitable room needs adequate daylight. This is measured using the vertical sky component, or VSC. If you have a basement unit or a unit facing a brick wall, it will fail. You cannot argue your way out of physics. You need a daylight and sunlight report to prove compliance. If you don't have it, your application is invalid. Transport, contamination, flood, noise, light. These are the 5 gatekeepers of Class MA. If you satisfy them, the council must say yes. That is the power of permitted development. But you have to prove it. We are currently assembling the next intake for the PCMA Elite Fractional Development Team. We are looking for people who want to master this system while we help them build their first commercial conversion. You learn the craft, we guarantee the execution. If you have the capital and the commitment, click the link below and book a mutual fit assessment.